The White House is rushing to quell any controversy. Supreme Court nominee Elena Kagan's record of hiring minorities while she was dean of the Harvard Law School. Kagan was dean from 2003 until 2009. During that time, 29 faculty members were hired. 28 of them were white and 1 was Asian American. Now some civil rights groups are voicing concern over Kagan's lack of diversity and questioning whether or not her record would impact her opinions on the high court. Let's get more now from Boyce Watkins, a professor and resident scholar at my alma mater, Syracuse University, and the contributor to thegrio.com. Good to see you, Boyce.
Thank you for having me.
I want to read you something that one of Kagan's colleagues wrote. This is from Harvard professor Randall Kennedy. He's actually come to her defense, saying recently, and I'm quoting here, "I found her judgments to be eminently sensible. She sought to increase the pool of minority candidates available for serious consideration for faculty positions at the nation's law schools. She strongly embraces equality before the law and will defend that central value stalwartly in the years to come." Do you agree?
No, I don't agree. I think that is one Harvard colleague defending another and working to further solidify the political power of the Harvard Law School, which I think has too much representation on the Supreme Court. In fact, if Kagan is elected, we'll have a complete Harvard-Yale monopoly on the Supreme Court, which is absolutely atrocious for the 99.9% of other Americans who don't get a chance to go to Harvard and Yale. Now, what I will say is that, and again, this is with all due respect to those individuals at Harvard and Yale, but the truth is that when you hire 29 people and 28 of those people are white, that is an incredibly ignorant and myopic way of hiring people. The fact that Kagan didn't have the strength to step forward as the dean of Harvard Law School and fight for the rights of black and brown people simply says that we have no reason to support her.
But what does it say that an African-American president, President Obama, is the one who nominated her? Clearly, it's not bothering him.
Well, again, this is his loyalty to his Harvard base. This goes beyond race. Remember, if you look at Kagan's record, she has connections to the University of Chicago and Harvard University, and that pretty much is what puts her in Obama's corner, in my opinion. If you look at her record of hiring as the dean of Harvard Law School, if you look at her record of hiring as Solicitor General of the United States government, she never hired a single black and brown person during the time that she was there. At least at Harvard, we were talking about tenure track and tenured faculty positions, which are the only ones that actually matter. So the truth is that the proof is in the potato salad. I respect President Obama's opinion, but at the end of the day, there's absolutely nothing in her record that I can say as a black man that would make me want to support her for the Supreme Court.
What does race have to do with being a judge? I mean, a Supreme Court justice is there to interpret the law, interpret the Constitution. How important is this, and is it a factor at all, really?
Race is incredibly important. We live in a country that has been divided by race for the last 400 years. The nation that we live in it has racism ingrained in the very fabric of its existence. If you look at every inch of the ideological spectrum of quality of life indicator, you see that black people are on the bottom rung of those indicators. And that's not just a civil rights issue, that's also a human rights violation. When you talk about employment, education, criminal justice, everything else, we're at the bottom rung. So the truth is that that race certainly matters in America, and we'd be a little bit silly if we didn't think that to be the case.
Boyce Watkins of Syracuse University and thegrio.com. Boyce, thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you for